Hi there Minerva makers, it is Jo here today and I've got a product video. It's actually been a product video we have been requested because people want a little refresher on how to use their Prym pliers. There's little dies that fit into the tool and sometimes it's a little bit confusing on which dies fit which notion, so I'll hopefully try and clear that up for you. I'm at the stage on my Nepheline blouse where I'm going to be popping in the sleeves and adding the snaps. I've got little plastic snaps to go on this blouse which are green and fit really nicely alongside this green gingham. So this is the Prym tool. It's a pair of pliers and it's got a little bar on here just to help you to store it, because if you can keep that a little bit smaller you can keep it in a drawer or a box. It's got a really strong spring inside, so you'll need some dexterity to move the handle, but it squeezes the notions really well. You also get all the die sets that come with this tool, and these are the bits that you need to match up to the correct notions. The red plastic part is a tool for popping bits out of the tool once you've finished using them. You've got a set for making holes. You've got two new pieces to go in here if they start to get worn out. You've got a set for putting on snaps, and you've also got a few more tools here which I will show you during the video. To punch a hole in order to use any of your notions, you'll need the die that has a cone on the top, and you'll also need the die that has two barrels. On one side you can cut a hole that is 4mm, and on the other side you can cut a hole that is 3mm, so you can turn that one one way or the other. They fit inside the pliers. It's easy, it's not hard, you don't have to over squeeze it. Sometimes get a little click and you can cut a hole. So if you need to cut lots of holes for lots of studs, for example, or lots of eyelets, it's really simple. So these two dies cut holes. To take these dies out, you can use the little red plastic tool. You hook it in there, and then when you press it, it presses this out. Hook it in the other side, and it presses this out. This little plastic stump here is pushing the back of the tools. If you make lots of holes, all the little bits of fabric will build up inside that barrel, so you'll need to remove those every now and again so that you can still get a clean cut. Today I'm going to be using plastic snaps, and if you want to use these then, and you've got a tool but you've lost your little die pieces, then you can get this tool set. This is necessary to put these snaps in, so if you've got one of these tools but you've lost all the bits and pieces, this snap set here will help you to put these snaps on. The snaps are 12.4mm, so you'll need to check that they are the correct proportion for your project. You'll have this snap with a spike on. You'll have two types of back, one that has a cylinder and one that has a recess in it, like a little dish shape. I'll show you how to put those on so that you get a female and a male part and they snap together. From the tool set, the pieces you need to put the snaps on are the plastic dish, and you'll know it's correct because it just sort of feels right. The snap sits inside the dish exactly. So that can go in one side, it doesn't matter which side. And you'll also need this rubber grommet and the barrel that is thick on one side, thinner on the other side, and the thinner side's got a few little ridges in the top, and the plastic grommet fits onto the finer side of that die piece, and that goes into the other side of the pliers. It's always good to do a test one before you put one on a garment. You want to make sure that you're getting them all in the right direction. So you want the shiny side of the snap on the right side of your garment. And on the back, you can start with the recessed piece. The snap sits in the dish and the rubber grommet sits on the back, and you give it a really good squeeze. It squashes the pin flat, so it's no longer a spike, and your popper is attached. To do the other side, it's the same. So I'm going to put the snap in this position at the moment, but you'll see me do it on a placket in a minute. But you need to make sure that you've got an opposite back. So this was the one that went in. This is the one that protrudes out, and repeat the process. Now your snaps will snap together. They're in really firmly and strongly, and they operate by closing up with the innie and outie, or male and female part, or the recess and the protruding part, however you want to describe it to yourself. I've put a few on just so that you can see the position and orientation of the snap. So this is the placket front, so this is the one that I'll see. So I've made sure that I've got the shiny snap on the top. On the back, I've got the protruding backs. And you need to make sure that when you do the other side of the placket, you put the snaps on the inside. It's sort of tempting to put the snap here so that you can see that nice shiny side, but you want them so that the backs can all fit together. I found that just making a hole with an awl to put my snap through was a little bit more secure than punching a hole. When I punched a hole, there was a little bit of play in the popper. Inside this placket is some interfacing, so that's also strengthening the position and the durability of the popper. And you're going to continue to put the snaps along the front of your shirt or top. They just make a really fun detail, and if you can get just the right colour like I've got today, they give a real little pop. It also means if your buttonhole is not working, or you're not getting a lot of joy from your machine buttonholer, you can still make shirts and use plastic poppers instead. The other place you see plastic poppers is on children's wear, so you might see it across the shoulder here so that you can put a top on and off a toddler easily, or you sometimes see it on the gusset of a baby grow, for example. I'm going to continue to put the poppers on here, then I'll show you me wearing the blouse. This is the Nephiline blouse, which you will find online, and you'll also see other Minerva makers posting about it. It's got pleated 3/4 cuffed and gathered sleeves. It's got quite a swing style, so it's really comfortable for sitting. You can wear it tucked in. I've got these snaps on the front. They're a really good colour match. and I've got a little bit of a ruffle detail around the neck, which is optional, and it's bound on the inside. Snaps make a really good addition to this, and maybe you can use them in one of your projects. The final piece of the set that we haven't looked at is a second little dish. This is a grey one and it's smaller than the white one, and this is for smaller snaps, which are 9mm across. This one is for 12.4mm. Now, to stop yourself losing these again in the future, I'm going to keep all the parts that are to do with putting plastic snaps together along with the rest of my snaps, because once you split the packet open it's hard to store them. I'm going to put my tool in here too. Those will stay safe so that I can continue to use my Prym pliers. If you find the pliers a little bit difficult to use because of your grip or dexterity, then you can also grade up to the Prym Vario Creative tool. Now this one is in a different price range, but it's much easier on your hands. You just press here, you can clamp it to the table. You don't need that action quite so much. You can just press down, and the sets of dies come with this, and this works with all of the Prym notions too. You can check out another video on this tool specifically over on our website if this is something you might be interested in. Today, for those who like to ask, I'm wearing the Pauline dress from Closet Core Patterns. It's quite an involved make because it's got this cutout shape at the back. So you want to make sure that the cutout fits your back and it's not gaping or it's too tight. It's made today in an crisp organic cotton. The crispness of the cotton holds these pleats here really nicely in the underbust. It has pockets. You can probably hear it. It's got that really nice crisp feeling. And this one is called Paint Parade. Paint Parade comes in a coloured version and a monochrome version. And you can get this print, if you like it, on all different kinds of base cloth with our print on demand service. If you search Paint Parade, you'll see all of the variations. Thank you very much for watching today. I hope the tutorial has just given you that little reminder for which die goes with which part and how to put your snaps and holes into your fabric. There's lots of other product videos on our Learn to Sew playlists over on our YouTube channel. You can subscribe there for free and access all of our fantastic sewing content. You can also head over to Minerva and make a free account there. We would love to see what you've been making, what fabrics you're choosing, what patterns you're pairing with which fabrics. It's a real inspiration to all of our sewing community, and you get loads of great ideas from other Minerva makers. Thank you very much, and we'll see you